Hey, this is miki'yell with yet another deck list. This is my Chaos deck, and when you see what I combined to make a Chaos deck, you're going to possibly wonder, what is he thinking? So, to start off, we obviously have two tour guides. Two tour guides makes, you know, for, good part of the dark deck. Two tour guides usually is, a good way to swarm or do whatever, exceed whatever you want for dark, or get your dark monsters in the grave, whatever you want. Then we've got two evil swarm mag, however you pronounce that, Magdragria. It's I would say it kind of goes well with tour guide. Like, it doesn't go well, but like it goes well with each other. Like, if you have two of these in your hand, you can special summon both of them, most likely, because if you have no monsters on the field, your opponent's bound to have more than two monsters than you do nowadays, and you can special summon both of these, go into uh, one of your Evil Sworn Xyzs, or maybe even, a Utopia if needed, or something like that. So it's just it's like a handy little monster. So that's for your little special summon little for the dark side. And then we've got O Lantern. Most people don't play with O Lantern, and if you do, congrats. Like, I think that's a big step. Like, O Lantern, what he does is you contribute him to kill an opponent's monster. So go ahead and play with him. He's not that bad of a card. Like, it's not that good. Like, you think it's not that good, but what you can do actually is you can kill him, make a monster reborn, then exceed with him. You can actually, like, you can just there's a lot of plays you can do with him. Actually, you just test him in your deck and see if you like him. It's more of a preference kind of a deal. But I play with two. The reason I play with two is because I need one more Evil Swarm for Dark. So I play with two, and it's not that bad. He's somewhat of a beat stick. He's a 1650. I have three MST in here, or else I would play with one more Ketos. Ketos tributes himself to kill a MST. Or he's pretty much an MST. Kill himself to kill a Spiral Trap. He takes up your normal summon, but this deck doesn't really need your normal summon as much, because you can have an additional normal summon, or you can have all your special summons or stuff like that. But anywho, and then I have one uh, caster. I only need one caster. I do not need two. And the reason why is because I tested it with two. Yeah, I actually will get two casters in hand, and that sucks. I will get like one caster and one of these little ones that special summon himself. And I try not to do that because they special summon themselves, so why would you want to normal summon them? You know, I try to normal summon the guys that tribute themselves, actually, so that I can tribute them and then special summon them, the one guys, so that you can just have three level 4s, tribute the one level 4 to kill a monster or a Spar Trap, and then go into a rank 4. So it's pretty cool. And then I have a Evil Swarm Salamander, and that one's just for an attack beat stick. But here, that's the dark side of the deck. And just like we have tour guides and the Mangdogara, or whatever you call it, we've got the light side of the deck has its own little tour guide. Of course, you have to have it in your hand. You cannot search it through your deck, but I find it cool that you can do it um, in your hand. You have to have the cards in your hand, so that means you have to draw them. So, Constellar Lioness. Yes, you now know that this is a Constellar Evilsworn deck, and you're probably thinking, well, that's just stupid. Like, that's gotta have no consistency whatsoever. Well, it's actually quite good, so just hear me out. Lioness into a Lioness. Now, usually you'd want to go into like a Pullix, so you can normal summon, normal summon, normal summon, normal summon, right? Well, in this case, I consider this actually a good play because Constellar Lioness can summon a Lioness and then you go into an XE. And usually we'd go for windups and mains, and then that would be your one tour guide combo. It'd be from your hand, but it'd be your one tour guide. And this is just like the old days where you could have 3 tour guides because we'd have another Lioness into a Constellar Sheraton. Yeah, Sheraton. Now, the Sheraton lets you fetch, so it'd just be like getting a Sangan, only the Sangan doesn't have to die. So this is actually somewhat better, but you also have to have it in your hand, so that's the difficult part. So if you could, like, it's your choice, you can either run 2 Lioness and 2 of these, so you can search out more of your stuff, 2 Sheraton, or you can run 3 Linus like I'm doing in one of these. Like, since you're running 3 of these, you don't need to search them out as much. That's why I'm just running 3. So it's the matter of, like, what you want to do. But, the reason why I have 1 Sheraton in here to search is I usually search for Pollux. I only have 1 Pollux in here because I only need 1 Pollux. Because I only have 2 more Constellars in here besides the one that you've already seen. And I'm guessing you already know what they are, because everybody runs them. Usually at 3, but since we don't have that many Constellars, we're only running 2. So, 2 Caius. Usually people don't call it, Rin, I don't care what you call it actually, I'm just saying, I call it Caius. Well, I do care what you call it actually, you can call it whatever you want, go ahead, I don't, I care, but anyways, I call it Caius. But what I usually like to do is I use the wind up Zen Meister or wind up Zen Master or whatever it is, and fetch into a Pollux, and then I'll have a Caius in my hand, and then I will XE into Adrius, because I like Adrius a lot. That's my favorite rank 5 XE. I don't know why, it just is. But anywho, that's the light side of the deck. Well, that goes in the grave anywho. And then, here's for like the draw power and the Stalin and all the good cards that everybody loves. Well, not everybody. Not everybody loves this card actually. Like, no one uses this card, and this card's actually pretty BA. Like, this card is pretty good. I don't know why people don't run this. Cyber Valley, like, this card is really good. Like, don't just quit the video now just because I put out 3 Cyber Valley. This card cannot only be run in Cyber Dragon decks. This card is good. Let's say you have a XE that has used up all of its materials and has a Fiendish Chain on it or something like that. Remove it, draw 2 cards. Not that bad of a play. If you're about to die, you draw a top deck of Cyber Valley. You normal summon it. Your opponent attacks it, you get to draw and then draw again for your turn. Not only did you draw a Monster Reborn, but you drew a BLS. That is a damn good, thing to do. Cyber Valley is a dang good game changer. Not only that, but usually people don't use this third effect. It's actually quite ridiculous. You can send this and 1 card from your hand I remove them from play, and you get to get one card from your graveyard and pretty much like put it back on top of your deck. So if you want that monster reborn again, go ahead and take it. Just put it on top of your deck. So it's not that bad of a card. And if you can have three of them, let's just say you're running a little bit of burn and your opponent's about to die and you need that one burn card. They've got about let's say you have that. Oh dang. Uh, let's say you have just desserts and they have 5 monsters on the field. Just like put it back on top of your deck, you know? Just win, you know? It's not that hard. But this card is amazing. That's why I use it. Quite good actually. So at least think about it. Read the card, think about it. This card I got just yesterday. I am so proud. It's my favorite card. It's my best card, and I love it. BLS. It's my favorite thing in the world. It's not my favorite card, I will admit that. I shouldn't have said it was. My favorite card in the world is Cyber Dragon because, as you can tell, I have got thousands of Cyber Dragon videos on YouTube, so. And as you can tell, my voice has gotten lower. Yes, it has. But, Blacklist Soldier, Envoy at the beginning. Yes, this card is amazing. And, as you can tell, it's shiny, too. It's amazing. Yes. But, yes. And then, of course, we got its little brother, Chaos Sorcerer. Uh, he sucks, but he's, useful. And then we've got a Swift Scarecrow, because Battle Fader isn't as good as Swift Scarecrow. We all know this, right? Because Battle Fader, yes, you get to stop and attack next turn, but you cannot Cyber Dragon next turn, and you have less chances of having less monsters than your opponent does, so you can't Magjoria or whatever the Evil Swarm is. And then you have a Neospatian Grandmole, because that monster is freaking awesome. I cannot tell you how many times this monster little dude has saved me. Like, that freaking Red Nova Dragon is making me mad, and I'd be like, nope, you get that off my board. And then they forget about it halfway down the duel, and then I do it again. But anywho, spells and traps. This is the part of the video you don't watch, right? Or do you? Monster Reborn, Heavy, Dark Hole. Pretty basic. I just recently added Dark Hole. Like, usually I don't use Dark Hole, and don't hate me for that. Like, I don't like blowing up my own monsters. Like, I hate that. I really do. Like, I am selfish. I really am when it comes to dueling, and so I recently added Dark Hole just because this deck can recover really fast from it. So that's a good thing. Like, I really like that. So I like that I can do that and be okay with it. So that's what I like about this deck. 3 MST. So that's why I'm running 1 Ketos, because I'm running 3 MST. 2 Pod D, because they're amazing. 2 Swords. This card's really amazing. I don't know why people stopped using this, because this card can stop battle phases for like 3 turns. So that in between those 3 turns, you can be drawing stuff to keep you alive, or to keep you safe, or to make you win. It's whatever. Or you could draw enough cards and make you draw off pieces of Exodia. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's stupid. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. Constellar Star Cradle. Like, this is the only spell that I have that refers back to, like, monsters that I have. Like, by name. Like, archetype. I think that's what it's called. Like, this is the only thing that has to do with Constellars or Evil Swarm, is what I'm saying. And this card is amazing. Like, it helps me out like so much because like I waste my hand so much, like not so much, but like it usually happens because I get a little cocky sometimes with this deck because it's such a good deck. But yeah. And I should like my tournament's coming up, so maybe like I'll post another video and show you guys in a link like how much I won and stuff like that. What a bottomless! Like I can't find a freaking another one. It's ridiculous. This one's I think the $7 bottomless. It came from Leisure Collection. I can't remember how much it was, but if this one's 7 and the other bottomless is 3, can't I sell this one, get 2 other bottomlesses? No, I can't because I'm too stupid. But yes, bottomless, yay. 2 Phoenix Chain because I can't find any freaking effect veilers, and effect veilers are better. So, because if I wasn't running these, I'd run Gores. Because these stay on the field sometimes when your monster gets bounced with Neospatial and Granule. But anywho, 2 Dark Bribe. Some people say this card renews hand and just slows down decks, and it's stupid. This card's amazing. You can negate some freaking judgment. They pay half their life points. You can negate that crap. This card is amazing. Yeah, go ahead and pay your life points, like half of your 8,000, and then draw a card. So what that card says, yeah, that trap card right there, what that card says right there is pay half your life points, draw a card. That's what it says right there. Yeah, go ahead. That's what that card says. This card's amazing. Think twice about running this. Not running this, excuse me. And then a compulse because I can't find another bottomless. Well, this card's actually not half bad, just because you can like I said, with Neospatial Grand Mole, get rid of that Red Nova Dragon and stuff that can't be destroyed. So it's not bad that it's not that bad. Blah, blah. And here for the extra deck. This is the most depressing extra deck you've probably ever seen. It's not 15 cards. It's not like 10. It's probably the most depressing thing you've ever seen. Like I said, cannot come up with more than this. It's double sleeved if you cannot tell. But yeah, it's pretty damn depressing. Number 20, Giga Brilliant. Yes, depressing, I know. Can't even find a Wind Up Zinmains, by the way, even though I talked about it all through here. And did I call it Zen Master a while ago? I think I did. Like, what's that about? Number 39, Utopia. Like, usually, like, I would only run one of this, but I cannot find any more XZs to run that are level rank 4. So, like, I'm running 2. I have 2 Evil Swarm Nightmare, just because they stop special summoning. So like that stops your synchro decks or stuff that special summons level 4 lowers, and stuff that special stops level 5 or higher is my Opium. Now this one isn't quite sad. This one's actually kind of a good card to have. But thing is, it's the first best one I have. This is the best extra deck card I have. And then the second best one I have is Adrius. This is the second best one I have because he's like 10 to 5 or something like that. But he's a damn good card and I like him. And sometimes I even like him more than this card, so shut up. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, sometimes I like him more. Just because he can pop stuff. And, you know, popping stuff is good, so don't hate on me for that. But if you really think about it, like, if they have a BLS before you summon this, like, what are you gonna do? Would you rather pop their stuff, pop their BLS, or stop their BLS from being summoned after you kill it? you wouldn't be able to kill it in the first place. So kill it in the first place. You know what I mean? So there you go. So that's why I like Adrius more. Bam. There's my Constellar Evil Swarm deck. And today, it's morning, so ready to see the face? Oh, there you go. It's morning. But anywho, I am miki'yell, signing out. Hey there, YouTube. This is miki'yell with yet another deck list. Today I'm going to be doing my Chaos deck, and when you see these two decks combined, you're going to be like, what in the world is he doing? So, just keep that in mind. First of all, we've got Constellar Sheraton, 3 Lioness. What you can do with the Lioness, actually, is you can use these two, and then these two. So it'd be like having the 2 Tour Guides, and then the Tour Guide and the Sangan. Sangan fetches, see what I'm doing here? So it's actually kind of cool. We've got 1 Pollux, which is the one I usually fetch for, and then 2 Caius. And the reason why I have an odd number of Constellars is because I usually like to go into Shockmaster. So, 2 Tour Guide. Yes, I'm running Tour Guide. And then 2 Evil Swarm Magdragoria, or however you pronounce that. This is kind of like the second Tour Guide of the deck, of the dark side, because I kind of have the three Tour Guide of the light side, and then the Sangan of the light side, with the um, Constellars. But this is kind of like the second Tour Guide, but it's different because you have to have it in your hand first of all, and you obviously have to have the Constellars in your hand too. But this is different because you can overlay for level 4. That's the only difference. But you special summon it from your hand. So then we've got 1 caster. I only run 1 caster because I only have a couple Evil Swarms, and running 2 caster kind of filter. Like it messes with the deck because I only have a couple that I can normal summon. Like I don't like to normal summon this one because that one special summons itself, and I don't like to normal summon it if I can just special summon it. So one of these, the Salamandra, it's my favorite one to normal summon with caster. And then I've got Ketos, and then 2 O-Lanterns. O-Lantern Ketos, first of all, kills himself to kill a spell, so he's like an MST. But he takes up your normal summon, and then O-Lantern kills himself to kill a monster, so he takes up your normal summon. The thing is, if you have a caster, it doesn't take up your normal summon. So what you can do actually is you can caster, O-Lantern, or Ketos, and then special summon this first of all, so that you know for sure that you can special summon it. And then kill one of these two, or to kill a spell or monster, and then overlay for Evil Swarm. So it's a good combo. Just it's easy to do too. Here's for the cards that everyone should use and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. 3 Star Valley. I'm not saying everyone should use this card, but I'm saying it's a really good card because not only can you normal summon this, and your opponent pretty much has to attack it to get through. If they attack it, you can banish it and draw a card, and then draw a card for your turn. So that means do not set this card, by the way, because you don't get its effect. But pretty much, and you do not take battle damage from this card, so don't worry about it. That's why I don't know if that's why people like don't play this card because they get worried about battle damage or something. But you don't, because you banish it before the attack actually gets through. But you draw a card, so it's really good. Or you use second effect. Say you have a Fiendish Chain on one of your monsters, banish this monster and the Fiendish Chained monster, and you draw 2 cards. It's a really good combo. Their Phoenix Chain's still in the field, taking up one of their spots. It's not that bad. And then their last effect, oh my god, is that effect good? Because you can like put a BLS back on top of your deck, or like that Monster Reborn, or that Heavy Storm that you need real bad, because they have like 5 freaking auto traps on the field. But then you got Chaos Sorcerer, and of course Chaos Sorcerer's big brother, BLS. Finally got this yesterday. It's a pretty cool card. And then I've got a Swift Scarecrow because this card's better than Battle Fader, just because you can Cyber Dragon after this. Because Cyber Dragon is my favorite card. If you can't tell, because of all my videos about Cyber Dragon decks. But you can Cyber Dragon after this. You can do all kinds of stuff like that. That's why I like this card better than Battle Fader. Then you've got your Neospatian Grand Mole. This saves me all the time, so definitely run this if you're gonna run the deck I'm running, I guess. 2 Paw D, because they're consistent and stuff. Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole. Really good trio. Just recently added the Dark Hole, just because I'm selfish and I don't like to kill my own monsters. And I can bounce back from that with this deck. Usually I can't, so it's actually quite good with this deck. And I've run Dino Rabbits with Dark Hole, and I don't even like to do that. That's how selfish I am. But this deck's different, so. And it's Chaos, so that means I can kill my own creatures and get BLS afterwards. So, anyways, 3 MST. 2 swords, give swords a shot. Stellar Star Cradle. It's a good card. 1 bottomless because I can't find another one. This makes me mad. I will put a comment in the bottom. Tell you why it makes me mad. 2 Phoenix Chain. 2 Dark Bribe. This card's really good. Like, just hear me out. If you've got a Solemn Judgment and I've got a Dark Bribe, what happens there? You know what your card says? Your card says pay half your life points and you get a frickin' draw card. That's what it says. Because I do not want you negating my BLS, and I want you to pay half your life points for you to draw 1 card that probably won't stand a chance against my BLS. Especially when I have a Swords on the field and a Phoenix Chain and probably yet another Dark Bribe or an MST or something, because this deck runs 2 Dark Bribe for a reason, people. So that's why there's multiples. And then a Compulse, because I can't find another bottomless, and that's what I'm going to complain about in the bottom. Well, I'm not going to complain, but I'm going to show you guys why it makes me mad. This is miki'yell, signing out.